Yeah, nice catchy little song. After working up a sweat in the gym, you should reward yourself with something yummy.
That's what we're doing. We're in the kitchen this morning with Tricia Keels from No Chefs Allowed and making cherry cobbler. The cherries are so good right now.
They are.
So yummy.
We just had this huge event last weekend, and
Did
we wanted
you
to
serve
make
this in the restaurant?
We did, and I can tell you about that. But we wanted to make peach cobbler. That was always the plan. We were going to go pick the peaches in Ohio, and we were going to serve peach cobbler, but the peaches took a huge hit because of the polar vortex, so there were no peaches. So we went to Michigan and brought back Michigan cherries.
That's very nice
So
of you.
tell us about, because we have some pictures of the Keels summer restaurant, the backyard restaurant.
Right, we just opened and closed the 3rd annual Keels Backyard Restaurant on Saturday. It's a one-day only, and it's run by all the kids in the neighborhood. So we had kids expediting, busing, serving, working in the kitchen, planning the menu, prepping all the food.
So cute.
And in the meantime, you're raising money.
And the deal is that we picked someone who's not as fortunate as we are, and so this year we supported the Neighborhood Services Inc. They are having a back-to-school drive for kids, so all the money is going towards getting school supplies for kids
fantastic.
that can't do it.
Can you see her T-shirt?
So
this is the
our
logo this year.
Kids came up with that?
This year, yep, and I just want to do a shout out to all the kids to thank them for working the restaurant. They all worked so hard. They went home tired. Thank you to Eleanor, who had like 8 tables at a time, and all the Sophia and Chase, you were wonderful. Don't let anyone tell you different. It was awesome.
You're wonderful, no matter what Tricia says about you. So, all right, so this is the cobbler that you made. So this is the cobbler
that we made at the restaurant and served as dessert.
So now what do we have over here?
To make the biscuit, this is a rich biscuit dough, because if you're going to make cobbler, come on, just make cobbler.
Right.
Okay. So what we're going to do is you got flour, and butter,
cups?
and we're going to work this with a pastry cutter because it's almost like making a pie a little bit.
Okay.
So 1.5 cups flour.
Cold butter, or does it matter?
Cold butter.
Yes.
Is the way to go, and you're going to take this. Do you know how to work that machine?
Got this one?
Yep. Elbow grease and
there
that
we
little
go.
machine.
Just cut it right in there.
Cut it right out.
The man is a madman.
I was working in here. I missed the whole thing. But all you're going to do is work that, cut it in until it's like breadcrumbs, and then we'll move on. But over here, we got our cherries ready. So we had 6 to 8 cups of cherries, some corn starch, and some sugar.
Okay.
And all we do is cook those down a little bit, take the edge off, and get a nice thick syrup going on. And we're going to pour this in here.
Wow.
Ooh, that smells so good.
I know, you can't go wrong with this. And the thing about making cobbler too is, depending on your fruit, you want to adjust the cornstarch and the sugar to taste. So, like these are sour cherries, and so I added a cup of sugar. But if you had like a really sweet cherry or sweet peaches, you might not need as much sugar. So taste as you go.
Gotcha.
Okay. We're not quite there yet. This is probably going to take a little longer than we have. But let's assume that we've got this down to crumb-like consistency.
Okay, then you add the cream, and actually we can just, I'll show you what it's going to look like. You're just making a biscuit dough. It gets a little sticky, but it's really easy to come together.
Look at that.
Who's got a shot
And then
of that?
all you do is plop it on top. You plop it right here on top of all
this is the cream.
That is the cream that's going to go in there.
That's going to go right in there.
Right or
this is
no?
How much,
and we got sugar.
More sugar.
More sugar, because we like that.
And then we need a pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
And 2 teaspoons of baking
There's really
powder.
not much to it.
No, it's really easy to do. And the majority of the time is spent in the oven. You're going to let this bake up at 375 for about a half hour. But you want to keep an eye on it, again, because it's all kind of dependent on your fruit. And you just want the biscuits to get nice and brown. But
So there's no crust around the side of this, no crust on the bottom.
Nope, just biscuits on top.
Biscuits
kind of
on
like
top.
a dump cake.
We served this weekend with a dollop of vanilla ice cream, and then the other dessert choice that you could have was a chocolate chip ice cream sandwich with a homemade marshmallow on top. And then we taught the kids, thank you Hunter, Harrison, and Grant, for working the kitchen blowtorch, because we taught that they torched the marshmallows on the way out the door.
That was brave of you.
Teach the kids how to use fire responsibly, and everybody wins.
Assuming that this made it to, we don't have enough time to make it work right, but this would just go on top of here and get thrown in the oven.
Yep, you just put your biscuits right on top. Bake the whole thing up.
We won't ruin your perfect cherries by using the bed.
Oh my gosh.
I'll work it after the break.
I didn't do it right.
Give that a try.
That's so yummy. And I'm such a cherry
It's going
fan.
to transport you to a cherry orchard in Michigan. If that's where you want to go. If that doesn't sound fun to you, let it transport you somewhere else. That's all I have to say. And we want to personally, the kids want to personally invite you to the backyard restaurant next year.
Let's do it.
Again, it opens and closes in one day, so we'll let you know when that is.
That's good. Just give us a heads up. Give us a heads up.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Tricia. Appreciate it.